Well, hello everyone. It is starting to get cold, so I gotta plug this in and get it going. There. All right. So let's do our meditation and get that going. All right. So we're going to do a meditation I've been doing for a while, and I'll go with the color ball that you like. So let's do that. All right. So we have the color ball in which we want, and it's at our feet, and our feet get relaxed, and our lower legs and our upper thighs, our chest, our back, our arms, our hands, our neck, and it goes up to our head, and it tethers itself and goes down into the earth, way deep down, deep, deep, and it gets right in the middle of the mantle, and it gets all this love, and it siphons it right to our feet, to our lower legs, our upper thighs, our chest, our back, our arms, our hands, our neck, and then our head, and it fills up and it spews out wherever you want the love to go to. We will want the love to go to. I'm going to have it go to Pahrump, and then I give the love to Pahrump, and then I get it back. There, I got the love. I put it in my heart, and I will say 3 times. Higher vibration. Higher vibration. Higher vibration. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so, well, I had a really good day today. I got to wear my Christmas outfit that I bought for today, and it was a really good get together. So, yeah. I had to have my hair cut shorter. What I did is I went a year without my hair being cut, and it was such a strain on it, and it was just too much. So I had it cut. I know I'll grow back. It'll be just as long and luxurious, So anyway, I got my laundry. I actually got my laundry done. Well, most of it. I got one more load to do, I think. I've had to wash a lot of stuff that I haven't even worn because it just hasn't been worn in such a long time that it had there. So I decided to get something new, and that's what I did. So anyway, I did my meditation already, my grounding. Hi, John. How are you doing? How is today? This is kind of warm. Let me move it back further. Ooh, it's getting my leg. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh, I was explaining I had a good day. I wore my Christmas outfit, even though today is not Christmas, but it was bad weather, and we couldn't have a Christmas party, and it was kind of bummy. But now it's pretty good. We can get together, and I can find out. I can make up my hours and stuff, so I'm pretty happy. Hi, who else joined us? Well, whoever joined us, thank you for the thumbs up. Oh yeah, it was good. It was good. I got a bowl. It was a real cool bowl, It was a noodle bowl. Let me show you. That's what I got for Christmas. It was like a white elephant. They steal your gifts. You get a choice when you get your gift. Do you want to change it with somebody, or do you want to keep it? Dun dun dun. So I kept mine because I just thought, God. Well, actually, I stole it from somebody. It's instant. There. It's probably because of this. There we go. All right. And it came with these. So I'm like, yay, yay. I'll put it back later. So, yeah, I like that because I eat those. Sometimes it's just easier to like cook those. I just heat my water in my kettle and I'm good to go. I just have like this. I have a really cool kettle. I bought a lot of this stuff 2 years ago, and I was hoping to restart my life and have a whole new life. I was going to get, everything was going to be taken care of. It didn't turn out that way, but I opened my stuff recently. I got them from when I had them in storage, and I got them out, and I said, well, I'm restarting my life now. I'm doing it now, so I might as well use that. So I use a French press, this, for my coffee, and I warm it up in the kettle, and I'm like good to go. I just got to pick up more coffee, that's all. And it's pretty good. I'm not too happy with my coffee. It's kind of old, so it tastes more acidy, but it's fine. It's a good medium roast of Dunkin' Donuts. So that's what I usually get. So, hi, Fist of Heaven. So, yeah, I had a pretty good day. I was like, yay. Yeah. And then someone goes, hey, did you, cut your hair? And I'm like, well, yeah, I cut my hair because it needed to be healthy. It just was like horse hair. It was so bad. Yeah. And I wore my Christmas outfit. When I see outfits come out, over at Walmart, I usually, God dang, this heater really works good. Woo, I'll be. Anyway, I usually have to like jump on it or forget it because some things I can only fit in an extra small in Walmart. Like it won't, it'll just look bad on me. So I wore an outfit that had jingles on it. God, I got to replace those. I can't stand my own self. I'm like jingling and I'm going, God damn, it drive me nuts. Whew. So I went and wore this outfit and yeah. I wasn't cold like I thought I'd be. I thought it'd be freezing. I even brought a jacket just in case. Oh no. I was in that sun and I love the wintertime sun. That's the only sun I can actually go in and I don't fry like a burrito. I fry like a burrito. But I fry and it's really nice to not sit in the sun and get burned. And in the summer sun is a different than a winter sun. Summer sun, oh, I would have been fried. That's why I always have in my car sunscreen. Yep, I have sunscreen in my car. So I cleaned up my car. And no, I didn't find Jimmy Hoffa's body. I was hoping to, but it didn't smell that bad. And I just need to vacuum it. I gotta clean the two mats on the front. So I'll do that. It's no big deal. My car just needed it so bad. I went to this electronic one. You got to press the button first, put the money in, and then you drive in it, and then you wait for it to say, whatever, and then you go, and then you wait, and it did a pretty good job. My roof needed it done more than anything because where I work at, it's real dusty, and all the dust seems to like jump on the roof, going, "Let's party on Omega's car!" Woo! Yeah. So it was really needing. Actually, my Jeep needs to be washed at least once a week and detailed. and I gotta go get some leather cleaner tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do. Do my seats are leather. So I would do my seats. So I'm gonna go and do real good detail, and then I'm gonna see how much covers will cost because of it's just the sand and stuff. I want to make sure they're protected pretty good. So I'm gonna look see what I can find out there. Oh shit! It stripped the paint off. My God, to go into Costco wash and have it strip your paint. Oh boy, that's one hell of a wash. What kind of wash was it? Like stripper wash? Jesus Christ. Damn. Well, I went to one, it was just you park in there, it has like a light on there and it'll tell you, okay, you have a green light to pull in, and then it'll show when the sensor shows that you're pulled in the right place. I'll put a red light stop, and you park it, put it in park, and then it washed it. Yeah. Oh, he always opens a window on you. Ha. That's funny. Um, I used to love you know, the automatic washes that you go in there. My dad and I would, I would be sitting in back, and it was really neat. It was a big thing for us. We're going to an automatic wash and go and deal with that. So it was just nice to have a clean car, because I don't know, I get into a funk and it shows up in my car, and it does not look very well to have a car that looks like that you it shouldn't be looking like a garbage dump. That's all. It's too nice of a car to be looking that way. And it's just a nice Jeep. And I'm thinking, God, I mean, I could see it if I went blow, 4x4 and all that. But when I'm not doing that, it should look good. So I'm going to make a at least once a week, maybe on a Saturday, if the weather's good, I'll take it out and wash it, and make sure it's done with it. So I'm really excited about the rest of this week, and being able to be a good team member. So yeah. So I pretty much don't have an exciting life. I hung out with some people and had a good time. Yeah. He always opens a window on you. That's something my dad would have done to my brother. Yeah. I still remember one time my brother took knitting needles and put it up and it hit my butt. I told my dad that. He goes, "You could go lump your brother a couple times." I'm like, I waited and he did it again. It was easier to whop him. I was so angry. Those knitting needles were not kind on the behind. Oh God. My brother was one of those in Christmas time. I loved, just hanging out with my dad because that was the only time I could actually hang out with him. He worked a lot, so Christmas was one of the times I got to hang out with him. First of all, our Santa never drank milk. Apparently, he was a wild turkey man, so that's what he got, a shot of wild turkey. That was my dad's whiskey. It's a bourbon whiskey, and then we would have either we I put cookies out, and then we also put beef jerky and swizzle sticks and yeah, party favors. Sometimes it was like Santa really liked our place. I tell you, if he was into like the shot, especially. So And as in dealing with, talking about and thinking about the holidays, you know, that holidays were the time when my dad and grandfather, everything came to a head and it was like a free for all fighting. They would just be yelling insults for the longest time. But one time, one Christmas, they really did have a backyard. I don't know if it was a brawl. I never seen it. My grandma wouldn't let me go out. So, shilling reserve and coke. My dad wasn't even. He didn't even douse the shit with a beverage. It went straight because you think about that. I was about 8 when he's telling me about this. I'm telling the teacher, and the teacher's like, "Really? Uh." I said, "Yeah, you know why I get such good gifts? Because I give Santa whiskey." And here's this 8-year-old going, "Yeah, I give Santa whiskey." And that was one of the things that teachers said, don't ever mention. We're going to kind of like put it as a kid hearing it from a grandparent, because grandparents have a little more leeway, I guess. And that's what we thought was funny. But I never mentioned it again. But that's exactly what Santa got. And when I got older, I go, boy, oh boy, that must have been one hell of a shopping trip, having to, my Santa having to have a whiskey. I got a shot of whiskey. We're good to go. But when I got older, my dad got a less unconventional, and he just went to the conventional way and stuff. His one wife, was very prudent. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I grew up with, like old European, like my dad was born here in America, um, and so were my grandparents. So they act more old European though. By the time I was 18, we were able to have that boozy cake. Oh yeah, we were all like, I was 18 first in April. My cousins, the Ding Dong brothers, I'm like, you not 18 yet. I get the boozy cake. Na, 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 na. Oh yeah, I got the boozy cake. I did. Yeah, it was no great shakes, but boy, they get you like schnockered quick. Ooh, boy, I sat down, I said, God, that's some boozy cake. Oh boy, and I did tell my cousins, the Ding Dong brothers, I'm sitting there going, I got the boozy cake. Na, 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 na. Yep, it is good to tease them because they have teased me for such a long time. And like they've told other people, it's different. We're family. We can tease her because we know what buttons to push. So, um, Christmas was a time where we played a lot of practical jokes. My dad used to use chattering teeth, and it got several people for years. In fact, that chattering teeth were used from the time that I'm guessing before I was born to the time we moved out of California, and they were dad's greatest thing. Yeah, they weren't used out in Michigan, so all I can say is, well, at least he had fun with them. But I have fun with my snake. My snake's gonna be a walking snake. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have. Be a walking snake. I'm gonna just drag him along. Yeah, I'm bad. Thinking of practical jokes. Schnockered. Yeah. Oh God. We had I would stay the night at my dad's house, and we had what's called you would watch a movie, you knew, pretty much that the person screamed a lot, or they did a certain actions that you knew they did a lot, so each time you did a shot. Now, I wasn't ready to go all full Monty, having like shots of vodka, so I said I'll just do shots of actual just wine. That didn't fare very well. Back in the day, in the early 2000s, they used to have a ghost hunter thing where this woman screamed all the time. I mean, her screaming caused most of the recordings not to be heard because she couldn't shut her trap up. Well, anyway, she was a blonde like me, and she would go through these ghost things and scream. So my dad and we figured there's at least good 10 shots. And oh no, it was like the Halloween spectacular. It was a recording, and my dad had pre recorded it, and we were all excited to watch it. Jesus Christ, my stepmom finds us all snockered in the living room. She went, I swear, she had to have been screaming the whole night. And my brother said, Dad goes, I gotta pass this shot. Jesus Christ. He said, yeah, it was the most screaming. It was something else. And that was the last time we did anything like that. And I only used, you mentioned, just shots of just, not liquor, but, wine. Boy, boy. I wonder how many shots make a glass. Oh, anyway. And yeah, we did the thing, different thing, whiskey sours. I don't know if my dad liked that, but I know he wasn't much into the mixed stuff. I know that we never hardly had that in my house, to be honest. So usually it's like if you wanted a mix, you had to bring it. Yeah, I our joke was my dad was too cheap to get a mix. That's why he drinks the shots. Yeah, he didn't drink any mix. I don't remember him drinking Coke and whiskey. It was just, yeah. I'm like, he must have had a stomach like you couldn't believe, because there's times, I'm thinking there's no way I can drink, certain alcohol with just, like tequila. You got to have something to chase it. You really do. So it's been exciting, trying to get my life together and my credit and everything so I can get the house. And that's what I'm going to be trying to do. And it was a good eats. Oh boy, I ate so much. And then I have leftovers, and I'm thinking, well, before I go to bed, I'll have a little bit more. I'll be ready to go work. I remember making whiskey sours. They're pretty easy. You just use whiskey and you got the sour mix, or you can use lemon. And if you want it like a little bit sweet, you just put some sugar in there. It's whiskey sour. That's it. That's how I was taught. So I don't know if anyone's been taught any different. If they have, yeah, they're an easy. At least you get to add something. God dang, my dad. Like I said, he must have had a stomach of just strength, because there's times I go, Dad, geez, I can't even drink that. Oh, mix it with something. So a lot of times, we had different ones where we watch Russian movies. They all have the same ending. Everybody dies. Doesn't matter. Love story. Everybody dies. You know, mystery. Everybody dies. That's a Russian movie. Everybody dies. That's it. That's what my dad used to say. So I thought he was bullshit. Yeah, everybody fucking dies. I don't know who the director is, because it's all in Russian. So usually, if you watch a Russian movie, they're very it's not the kind of movie you want to watch when you're not feeling good about yourself, and you're on thin ice with yourself and you're not feeling good. Oh yeah, you watch that when you're feeling too good about yourself. Yeah, that's my joke. You watch that when you're feeling too good about yourself, because good Lord. I told my dad we can't do no more Russian movies. They're just too sad for me. I said, God, I would leave here and I'm just like wanting to cry. And I don't know why. And he's like, yeah, that's a bad thing about Russian movie, make you all sad. So I'm pretty much I'm gonna pay my thing for HBO Max. I like my HBO Max. It's pretty good. I think $16 a month. Yeah. Oh, the drink mix. Oh, that's easy. You just, pour a little bit of that, boom, 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 and you got your drink, boom, boom, bada boom, bada bing. They had the drink mix for the Long Island iced tea when I bartend. So I went somewhere else and wanted me to make a Long Island iced tea. I'm like, it came in a drink mix. That's how it came. So that's how I knew. I obviously didn't get that job, but they ended up closing that place later on. I was like, well, that worked out for me. I went and got a different job that I'm holding now. So I'm like, ooh, you know. Oh yeah, I'm good at making margaritas. I got this margarita mix. I got to go get it. It's in my room somewhere. I got to clean my room. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go in my room and spend some time and organize shit, get my clothes organized because, it is my room. I do deserve to use it at least. God, my bed is so much better in there, but Jesus Christ, I got to deal with, excuse me, senior psychopaths, and I don't want to deal with that right now. That's too much for me to want to deal with. The reason why I moved out here is because I wanted to have my own life. He was living precariously through mine. When I would go online like I do now, he'd be walking back and forth and hearing whatever I said. If I said something that triggered him, got him pissed off, he'd be right there saying stuff on the side. He sent friends over to my chat thing. He's stalked me on my chat here when I was at my friend's house and he was stalking me. Oh yeah. He lived precariously through me. So when I moved out here, it took, let's see, I was out here in the summertime. I think I was out here in July, or is it August, September, October, November, December. It's been 5 months. And finally, he's realized I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't care to ever see him. I mean, we have two kids together, but they're full grown adults. The next time I even plan to even somewhat see him is when my daughter or my son get married. That's it. I don't want to done. I was done a long time ago. You know, when you have someone who doesn't care about you and they sit there and go, "Oh no, I love you." Love is a whole different thing to you, obviously. And I just can't be gaslighted no more. My neighbors were like feeling for me. I mean, they really did. They they were like, "Wow, that really sucks. We feel bad for you." You? Huh? I'm the one that has to deal with it. I look like the village idiot. I gotta stand up. It's just when you deal with that, and you try to look like, well, that you're decent, and then it just shit happens. There's no way to explain it. He was the biggest. He was. I must have loved evil. I really must have, because he's an evil person. You know, he really is. I couldn't believe, some of the stuff that he has done since then. This is a man who said he loved me and he would let me go anytime because love is meant to be let go because you might have it returned to you. No, I just want to let go of you and never see you again. But yeah, so that's how I got stuck. I believed everything that he said. I thought that he really loved me and that there's no way that he'd want to keep me or keep me in a relationship where I didn't want to stay. And I was so very wrong. Getting divorced from him was the hardest thing that I ever had to do in my whole life. And I had to do it 3 times. Finally, I learned the third time. I had to surprise him. I had to have a plan and I didn't necessarily need friends, but they help a lot when you have a good, foundation. I talk to my son all the time. He understands more than his sister because his sister comes around holidays, a couple, a week out of the year, she complained to me, and I go, I hear the same from your brother. I'm no longer married to him because he picked alcohol over me. He picked a lot of stuff over me, and I told my daughter, he picked a neighbor over me. So, you talk to him about that. He picks a lot of stuff over me. And I said I had to move on. He didn't want to. He wanted to stay married, and I said, I can't live in a hoarder's paradise. I can't live where promises are broken. I just can't do it no more. So my son understands. He knows where I'm at. Uh, and believe it or not, it will come back, you know, to her. May not right away, but oh, trust me, if he's a criminal, they'll get caught eventually. It's just when. Some of them are good. They can go out 10, 20 years, and some of them get caught sooner. It does eventually happen. You get, people who they leave behind, not just exes and stuff, if they're a criminal, they'll get caught. It's a guarantee. Yeah. Yep. Yep. My mother went to prison. We used to call it Club Med. This is my dad divorced her, and she did welfare fraud. She went and made fake birth certificates. And the reason why they caught on is because the names were all similar. Like, there was a name with the Stefania in the middle of it, Barbara Stefania. And, there was similar. She got a bunch of birth certificates of, there was no living births. They were just made up children. And the welfare department caught on with my mom, and she went to prison for a while. I don't remember, 5 or 6 years. Yeah, she was no longer allowed to ever get welfare, which was fine with me. She did call me up and ask me if I would be willing to give up one of my eggs. I go, "Ma, how many children you had?" "Yeah, you had 3 children." I said, "You have grandchildren. You don't need kids, you know." And she just wouldn't give up the thought of having a kid. So she just kept on. Yeah. Really? Damn. It is, though. He could be gaslighting her and she's gaslighting him. And, like, what's the word? He took your garbage out for you. You didn't have to do it. Just think about that, Fist. Really. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. She sounds like a piece of work herself, you know? I mean, my ex used to time me. So if I took 10 or 15 minutes longer, he was actually, and I had neighbors tell me this. This is the reason why I learned. A neighbor said, "Is there something wrong with your husband? He was pacing back and forth on the driveway." And I said, "Was it near the time for me to come home?" And I go, she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Because he's making sure I get home safe." And she goes, "Oh, okay, one of those," like that. Because she was asking me, she just thought it was kind of odd, and it is if you're just pacing back and forth. And I seen him, he was walking. I thought he was just walking from the mailbox. No, he was pacing back and forth because I was running late. It was, I have no excuse for it. And I didn't go out and have a boyfriend. I didn't get a boyfriend until I separated from him. Yeah. And a lot of these people are vampires. You feel like you're constantly having to entertain them. I shouldn't have to feel constantly having to entertain somebody. And when we would go on vacation somewhere, it was horrible. He has a horrible sense of direction. We get lost, and I go, "Okay, turn here." "No, no, 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 turn right, turn." Oh, Jesus. Didn't listen to me. Oh, 200 miles. Oh. Um, he'd blame a lot of my stuff. We blame each other because we get angry, and we just, I guess you can say, he's very jealous of me. So when I get a lot of attention and stuff, he gets very jealous. You should have seen. I had, I was at Del Taco in Vegas, and I go there because I like the meal deal packs. So I ordered a meal. I was a couple meal deal packs because my son and my daughter were visiting, so I wanted to make sure I had enough food. So I go, I need this. Oh, I wanted the salad bowl and this, and I wanted other stuff. And it only had the two guys there. They just opened up the place because it was just when they start opening up businesses and stuff. So I go, oh, it's fine. I'll just wait. So I'm waiting there, they gave me my drink and everything. I just didn't get, the food. So I'm just waiting there and the two guys come out. Usually it's just one guy. Oh my God. They were like gushing over me. And my ex was like pissed. You could tell he said nothing. And, I looked at him and I said, you know what? What's the big deal over it? Oh, they're gushing over you and stuff. I go, good. You married someone good looking, but no, he didn't think of that. He thought of me having all these affairs. I was like, oh, geez, his jealousy literally killed our whole relationship years ago. I mean, because he was playing footsie with everybody else, he thought I would be the same way. And when I really I didn't have a boyfriend. I never made out with another guy until I separated from my ex. And I think it was even after I moved back that I actually went on my first date. That was it. I mean, a lot of my guy friends that I have, I've seen them for almost 2 years, you know. I've been hanging out with them for a long time. So it's been something, It's been an unusual. I thought that I really did. I thought that I was going to get a proposal, but I found out my boyfriend, uh, not my boyfriend, my guy friend is not, he's separated. So I'm like, oh, great. So he hasn't gotten formally divorced. So I'm like, oh, that's not going to work out. Oh, well. But, he comes over and we watch movies now. Oh, well. So anyway, I had a good day and I hope you did, I I uh I can tell you this, it was nice seeing all the kids happy and they got toys and they're all, playing around. It's so good. It's good to see that they're, you hear everyone laughing and having a good time. That's what it's all about. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to I was trying for an hour. Well, maybe I'll try to stay up cuz I figured, I'll be getting up soon. But I figured also I wanted to spend time with you guys. I got the weekend. Mm. This is such a good flavor. It's called rainbow candy and it is just so addictive. Anyway, I'm smoking Swift. I like Swift because I get the little charger thing. I got a buttload of them, but at least I won't be without. So that. Anyway, I bought most my stuff, and my stuff that I bought was years ago, and I thought, wow, this is great. It came in a time when I couldn't afford to get this. But boy, is it nice, I thought to myself, well, it's not that bad. I can heat my water and now use my French press to have a great, coffee. And tomorrow I'm picking up new, um, I need to pick up new coffee. This coffee is over 6 months old. I mean, I think I bought it in the summertime and it tastes all right. The thing is, it tastes kind of bitter because it's gotten older. and I didn't put it in a freezer or anything, so I'm like, I'm kind of stuck with an old coffee, but I'll deal with it for in the morning. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going to have to clean my room up and deal with senior psychopath in some sense. So what I'm figured out, that if I get everything in the room that I possibly can and get it organized enough so I can easily move it or do whatever I want. So that's my big thing, and to look at getting my credit up so I can buy my house. Well, that's it's a big undertaking, but that is on my bucket list for next year, is to make sure my credit score goes up further. Y- well, it I guess you can say, I don't mind kissing in public. That's about as far as I want to go, you know, in public. Uh, but I think that how can I say this? I love a man that can kiss well. Yeah, it's nice to have a good kisser guy. Yeah, I'm wearing two different fuzzy socks. I can't find the matches of my socks. I gotta go through all my clothes, and I'm like, yeah, so pretty well that's where I'm at. So I'm going to look at some of these, like you watch the video, you can get your credit up. So I'm going to watch some of those videos down the road, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about uh, if they're legit enough, seeing about raising my credit some way. I mean, I heard what I did before, and when you have to add somebody else, it's like a big pain in the ass. But if I have like my dad's old credit card, and I said, okay, each month I pay it off. I put like the 300 and I pay it off each month. Each month I pay it off, right? After a while, it would be within a month, and within a couple of weeks, your credit goes way up. So that's the one way you can cheat. You use someone's big time credit card. My dad, I could have bought his cheap vehicle off a used car lot. We never did. I could have though. And he helped us get this house, and I feel that I can do this. I can think of another way, because my dad's like, how'd you find that out? And I go, I was just looking, and they had suggestions. There's a lot of good suggestions out here in YouTube. And if you're dealing with a person at work that is bad, and my daughter was dealing with a bully, and she said that this woman was just out to get her. And I go, I heard, she would make up stuff. Finally, she got smart and talked with somebody and said, hey, I got this woman, coming after me, and she's doing this. I don't know what she did, but she told me at one time, yeah, I had a bully and it was horrible. She said it was just like going after her in a certain, she just said it was horrible. She dreaded going to work. And I'm like, oh. So I felt for her. She works really hard at what she does. She works at in Utah, in the what's it called? Um the warehouse, and it deals with, like, how can I say, they sell ammo, they sell hunting, and the whole 9 yards. So it's like an everything store. So when she comes here, I'm gonna see about, you know, getting some ammo and stuff. Get some ammo and get all, yeah, we'll get all that. When I went for my doctor's appointment, they had one um, out there, warehouse. But she works where they put all the orders together in Utah and they send it out from there. So she does good at her job. She's been there for over a year now. God, I'm thinking, yeah, she got that job when I was not even working. So she's had that job about 2 years now, almost going on three. Wow. Time flies, doesn't it? And soon she'll be getting her own house. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. I wish I can help them with even getting that, but I'm trying to get my own life going on out here. So that's what I'm up to, getting my own, stuff going. So that's where I'm at. I, I got to clean my RV. I want to paint it, so I got to figure out a way I'm going to do that. You know, do it in sections is what I'm going to do. So that's where I'm at. Love and affection, like I said, kissing and hugging is great. That's where, you know, that's and then that's when you're on the live cop show. Hi, yeah, please put your clothes on. Yes. You're on the live cop show and they're showing the blurry thing like the Sims. I hear they're coming out with a new Sims thing. I love the Sims. Oh yeah, we were horrible. My son and I would play horrible games. We had one for Christmas was decorating a Sims house. Who can be more white trash? I won because I put outhouses on the outside of my house and toilets. Yeah. Yeah, everyone said, "Nope, nope, you can do whatever you want, but the white trash one." And we used to have the money one. Oh yeah, we get tons of money with the money cheat and the rosebud. Man, I was like so happy. Woo-wee. That was like shopping for me. I'd be on there for hours doing the decorating and stuff. My kids would go, "Damn, mom, you're really doing some decorating." It was great. I had a young baby and it was so easy to sit and play The Sims and stuff. Oh, I I had met my guy friend and it was in a church parking lot. Yeah, I was here in Pahrump. And we're in the back area of it, and I said to him, "They probably have cameras." He goes, "Yeah, well, so we're in a car." And we never got caught, but our joke is, and when I drive by the church, I'm thinking I always laugh to myself, you know, and I was like, "Oh, yep." Yeah, I was praying to God in a special way. Well, did you get busted and in trouble where your parents found out, or did you get busted and in trouble and your parents found out later? The sheriff's department knew me because my best friend's father was the sheriff there. And when I got my driver's license, my friends would go, "Oh God, she's going to have tons of tickets." They didn't know who I knew. He would stop me, "Steph, you're going too fast." "I'm sorry, sir." And you go, "All right, well, I'm letting you off with a warning," like the third that week. Yeah, I was a heavy metal foot. Oh, Ah, that's good. That's good. When no one gets in trouble. God, you're just, having fun. Yeah. My my first boyfriend in a relationship was his last name was Rosencrantz. And I just couldn't get past the name, and it's just like the family, I don't know what happened. They looked good at the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Once they hit 19, I don't know what it was, the ugly gene hit in and they just got ugly. They had that the typical brother from the 80s with a Trans Am, and when the disc player came out, oh my god, he got it, and it was hilarious. "Listen to that sound, man." It was some, like, Backstreet Boys song or something, and I'm like, uh-huh, yeah. Uh, so, yeah, the guy was like what you would see in a comedy. Typical, wearing shorts that he really had no business wearing, and having a body that didn't need to be shown. Oh no, he did not. He thought he was doing all good. I'm going to go lift some weights. And I'm like, do some sit ups. Yeah, like 150 of them. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, and he wore that toupee. The ones that when you go over the age of, yeah, you go over 55 miles an hour and it starts doing the top thing. Yeah, he was one of those. Oh, those Richard Simmons shorts. Some men do not belong in them. They do not. Nope, nope. The Richard Simmons shorts. Okay, I got a neighbor on my street who wears them, and he needs to quit because when he's watering, he wears these shorts. They are the same color of his tan skin. So he's watering, the bushes, and my daughter goes, "Oh my God, we can't unsee this. Oh no." And it really is, it's not like you want to take a picture, but it's like, oh, you can't unsee that. They should outlaw Richard Simmons shorts with some men, and I'm not even joking. Oof, God, yeah, my neighbor down the street, he has a nice body for his age. No, his, it just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of those. Native jeans. My dad had he was almost in his 80s and had a whole thing of hair. In fact, my dad found a way. This is what my dad told me. "I know a way where you won't ever go gray stuff. I'll give you the secret." Oh, yeah. Give me the secret to not go gray. The stuff that naturally where we go to sleep, you take. That's all he started doing. And his hair was turning natural back to what it was. And I was like, wow. And I thought at first he was just like pulling my leg, you know, um, and then you can use it as a sleep aid, and I have, but I usually don't have problem going to sleep. So I was like, wow, this is great stuff. People take it to go to sleep as a natural sleep aid because melatonin is something that we produce really well. And apparently, when people get gray hair, it is a melatonin insufficient. See, so if you're starting to get gray, like my ex said that his mom was 16 when she started getting gray. So I told her, take some melatonin. So she did, and her hair started, she says that she started noticing that her hair was also turning dark, but she passed away from brain cancer. So I don't know. I mean, I've had other people say they've taken melatonin, and not only do they not have a problem sleeping, but they also, their hair has started. So if you want to, if you, I have people who love having their gray hair. They color it different colors. They love it. They said it's great. And there's some people who, like my dad, he took enough melatonin that his hair, he quit using hair coloring kits. He was throwing them all away. I was like, wow. I remember seeing like he had taken a picture of the garbage can of all the he cleaned the whole house. It took him 6 months after his divorce to clean the whole house, and he got rid of a whole bunch of his hair coloring kits and took a picture and sent it to me. He said that melatonin helped him with his gray hair. That he no longer has gray hair. He showed me. He goes, look, look. I'm not even growing any gray. He goes, they're all dark. And I said, wow, that's amazing. And that's what happened to my dad. I mean, he uh, had a quadruple bypass over at the Cleveland Clinic, which is the best clinic in the United States. And then, what, 2 months later, he dies of blood cancer, and they couldn't find that when he was at the Cleveland Clinic. I just still can't get over that one. So that's the only thing that I thought was strange is 2 months after he had gotten his quadruple bypass, his wife, who used to work at a herbalist over in China, and thinking that she just made him a little special something. I really do to this day. But, that's just me. Anyway, yeah, he went in urgent care and they moved him up to a different place, and they couldn't get the machine that would have gotten the clot that was in his heart that stopped his heart. So that's what happened. Yeah, my daddy. I just have like I don't know. My grandma had hair. My mom was bald. She was pretty much bald. She needed wigs when she was older, and she didn't wear the wigs when she was younger. In the 70s, remember those updo things and stuff. My mom had every hairstyle you can think of. I used to know how to do the wigs, how to shape them and shape the hair and everything. My mom taught me. I was like, at the age of 12, I knew how to do it with wigs, but I never wore them. My mom used to wear every kind of wig you could think of. She could have a beehive from hell, and it looked amazing, all put together and stuff. So yeah, you know. So I'm almost to an hour, and I really appreciate you guys coming in and checking up. So put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it very much. So yeah, but Christmas, oh boy, that was a time. Yeah, like I said, I love both my dad and my grandfather, but they fought like kitty cats and dogs, and oh, it was horrible. My mom loved her cats, and her cats um got my grandfather's birds, and they used to come up to him, up to his fingers, because if a bird fell out of a tree, he would take care of it, mend it together. So yeah. Well, it looks like everyone's gone. Have a wonderful Friday tomorrow. All right. Mwah. Have a good evening, everyone. Mwah. And know that, you know, tomorrow's a better day. It's going to get better. So keep a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart. Omega.